Hello there, what's going on everybody? Today I just wanted to do a little video talking about my worst terrain ever. I've been working on some terrain and my idea was really noble at first, and then it was going to basically take a couple of these foam boards. Now I got these at the dollar store and I got a lot of them, and I got enough that I was going to have these whole terrain boards, and I was going to build some buildings and glue them to the terrain boards and, you know, decorate the terrain, paint it all, and have like a whole big board. And I even got some of this wall texture to spray over everything. And, well, I kind of give you a little rundown of how it's going. So I'm cutting a lot of pieces off. I was doing a couple of buildings kind of like this one. And I've got hot glue residue kind of all over the place. Some of my cuts were not very precise. I wanted to make a lot of stuff, so I didn't measure quite as well. And I've been kind of going speed over precision here. So that's one certain terrible thing. But then, like, here's another piece that I've done after spraying all the stuff on top. And like this was going to be like a set. And like I was gonna have like a little bridge, and then that they would go on to each other, and so I have like this guy going over there. And this is a bigger piece. So here it is, just with some minis on there. You can see kind of how big the bridge is. And I saw some really cool terrain posted on the Legion Facebook group lately. And I saw some bridges, and I thought they may have been a little bit narrow, so I wanted to make like wider bridges. It's kind of one of the things that led me to this. These are pretty wide, and there's still some. I mean, this is still usable. It just doesn't look very good. I'm adding some more pieces to it because it was pretty much square. I'm going to add a little more onto it, and I've kind of gotten into this decor, and I'll show you kind of over here, kind of one of the other pieces that I've been doing. And this is just kind of like a little building with some angle, some, a little bit more dynamic, and then it's got some, there's got some hiding spots down here, and not just a square building. It's more of the letter L, because we're doing Sesame Street with our buildings. And I've also got stairs, so our little guys can go up the stairs, and they can. The steps are wide enough for a mini to kind of land on them, and then they can go up here and, hide over the sides like so. Plenty of room there. So that's kind of one thing that I've got going on. And my idea was that I was going to have all these foam boards as the bottom, and then I'd be able to put them all together, so I wouldn't have to like decorate the boards. I'd have them all done. I'd have one maybe really populated, one like more sparsely populated, and a couple in between, and come up with a bunch of things. What I really screwed up with is, after spraying a lot of like this stuff on here, is that they really warped. And of course I live in Florida and it's humid and everything, and these boards warped like straight up like the letter C. They went from flat to like that. So I'll show you what I did. Here, I cut out pieces, because these are really, this one isn't as bad, but this one you can really see how much it warped. It warped really, really bad. And even if I put books on it, I tried to get it to bend back. It has to be perfectly flat, so in order for it to line up to the other boards, otherwise you're just gonna have these gaping differences in the middle, So I don't think I ever want to use foam board as a base for a whole board again, but it works again. So I cut out some of the pieces that were going to be on here, and I cut them out individually and have some different terrain pieces. And I guess I'm going with maybe like a Mars theme. I don't know. Well, let's take a look at the ones that are finished. They look terrible, by the way, but maybe I can fix them up a little bit more. So this is what I'm talking about. This is how terrible. So one of the things I did with in between a lot of the cracks and stuff is I put a lot of caulk on here. So I got basically some cheaper spackle, rather, not caulking, but spackle. And I just kind of put it all around, trying to make this whole thing look like not like alien, some kind of alien stone-ish structure or something like that. Well, if they're aliens, they're trash aliens, because this whole thing is trash. I mean, it's functionally, I think it could work. I just think it looks terrible, at least not, to where I used to do stuff. Like, it certainly can fit a whole bunch of dudes up there. And they can also stand on the steps. And it has the whole jagged thing, so they can get cover and all of that, and that's fine. And here's another one. This one is a little bit different, because this one you can go underneath so that you guys can move through. So that's kind of cool. Like, I wanted to have some functionally different pieces, and got gosh, I still have pieces of caulk in here that I gotta pull out. And then we've got some spots in there that can kind of duck in and hide or whatever, but I'm kind of keeping with the same kind of decor of, you know, I don't know, but there's a ragged, spiky stuff. I don't know. I've been listening to The Expanse, and I'm thinking of like alien-inspired stuff. So that's what happens when you listen to an audiobook. And then I got a big piece here. I got a long, big staircase into like maybe a Capitol building. I was gonna probably eventually put like a ladder on that side, but I might just get rid of this or donate it to something. I don't know. But yeah, so there's a little bridge here, and this is a separate piece. This doesn't have to go onto this. And this, I realize this just looks like a Nintendo Wii or a cable modem or something like that, right? Like it's just, I don't know. It looks too much like just like a box, a random box you just put on your table, you know? So I don't know. So between that and all these other pieces, that's kind of where we're at. I'm just fiddling around with stuff, coming up with some of the worst terrain imaginable. But yeah, lesson learned. I mean, go a little slower next time. Maybe plan it out a little bit more. But I'll be honest, I don't regret it too much because I'm having a good time. I just would have a better time if they came out looking better. This one is definitely the worst, though. This is the worst garbagey terrain I've ever seen. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. All right, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It's okay. You can tell me that it looks terrible because I'm right there with you. But yeah, I'm gonna probably do some more and try to improve along the way. Maybe you know, maybe keep adding to the same design scheme of like a red soil with, well, I don't know, aluminum buildings or something like that. But too bad I don't have a red playmat to go on it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.